Honorable Member for Marsabit.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for allowing me to add my voice to this very important debate on the presidential speech. But before I get into that, Madam Speaker, I want to congratulate you and also our speaker. I also want to congratulate our president and the deputy president for running a very serious campaign and for winning the elections and for all that is in place now. I thank God for giving me the opportunity to be here in the 13th Parliament, as I thank the people of Marsabit for electing me and for giving me the opportunity to sit in Parliament, in 13th Parliament, on their behalf. Madam Speaker, the presidential speech was one of the best from my experience, and he spoke on the matters that affects every Kenyan, matters that has been affecting us. And for the last few years, Kenyans have faced challenges due to COVID-19, poor economy, the drought that is affecting, and they needed to hear that message of hope from the president. And so the message came at the right time, whereby Kenyans were eagerly waiting, and he spoke to the issues that affect us, as I said. He was able to cover every part of the country in his speech. He also, in the brief speech, he was able to demonstrate high quality of leadership with good understanding and showing people that he's ready to keep the promises that he made during campaigns. Madam Speaker, the president spoke about the elected or re-elected members, together with women who have been elected, and also about the peaceful elections. That, to me, means a lot, because when members are re-elected, then it means that we are building our leaders, we are building confidence in their leadership, and that they'll be able to provide that quality leadership and also finish some of the projects, and there is continuity in the work that has been begun. When he touched on the women that have been elected and encouraged women in leadership, it gave me a lot of hope, putting into consideration the challenges that women go through as they go through elections, as they give themselves for leadership positions, the challenges they face from the people and from their counterparts. Madam Speaker, this shows that our president is ready to work with women in a very special way, such that come 2027, we'll have even more women. Mine is just to encourage women with dreams to be leaders, with dreams to be one day members of parliament in whatever capacity. I just want to encourage them, because it takes a lot of courage, it takes a lot of prayers, and it takes a lot of determination. You cannot just sit and say, yes, the government is for us as women. But I just want to encourage women like me to work hard, to fight for their space, and to be there so that they can be elected by their constituencies. Madam Speaker, again, the president touched on the peaceful election, and that gave me a lot of hope, because the issue of ethnicity that has always been there is no longer a problem to us. 2022, we went through a lot of dynamics. Kenyans united, Kenyans elected the leaders they wanted without putting into consideration clanism and ethnicity. This is something that has affected many parts of the country, and especially where I come from, though not in election time particularly, but it is something that has dragged Kenya in a big way. It has hindered development. It has stopped us from electing visionary and capable leaders. But this time round, Kenyans have demonstrated a different way of dealing with that, and it gives us hope that soon and very soon, we will get out of this challenge. I congratulate our country and the citizens for remaining peaceful throughout election time, and also for bearing in mind what unites our country. We are together, we are one nation, we will live together. It has given us a good example of taking care of each other and being your brother's keeper. His Excellency has assured us that in his administration will be open, transparent, and will rely on oversight. Madam Speaker, giving assurance to Kenyans that his administration will be open enough and transparent, whereby we know our past experience. This will give every Kenyan the confidence to give their best to the nation. We know that Kenyans are very hardworking people, and everything depends on the leader. By the fact that he has given us the assurance, I'm sure this will encourage the 30 million, the 40 million Kenyans who are working hard every day to feed their families, to even go extra mile so that our country can be one of the best. He also, in his speech, touched on the idea of CS to explain policy and answer questions on the floor of the House to enhance accountability. This is one of the best things that can happen, and it gives us good working relationship. Accountability is one thing that has been missing in our country, and by doing this, we'll be able to feed the country well with information, as information is power. Every citizen will be following what is happening, and as questions will be answered on this floor, in this floor, members will know that the members of the parliament are doing their work, and the cabinet secretaries are also doing their work. With that good representation, then we are only assured of good progress. Madam Speaker, the President also spoke about affordable credit, which makes a huge difference in the rate of business growth. Access to affordable credit is what Kenyans need today. Families have lost their businesses since COVID-19 came. Families have lost their businesses because of poor economy. Families have faced financial challenges and constraints. Many have committed suicide. Many people are depressed. People have developed terminal illnesses, and they are not able to sustain their families. This has affected Kenyans in a very negative way. The speech gave a lot of hope, and especially the idea of affordable credit makes a huge difference, as he says, and Kenyans will be revived. People will be able to revive their businesses. People will be able to enhance their businesses and start their businesses and move on. Madam Speaker, there is no better gift to our citizens than this. In addition to that, he mentioned about the 50 billion Hustler Fund per year. This is a big relief. As we know, poverty is one thing that has affected our country for many years. By doing this,
Honorable Member for Sabatia constituency.